Happy Sunday, people. Today is June 4th of 2023. You can see it's not that sunny today. I have seen the forecast for next 14 days. It says that we will have some isolated thunderstorms. But the temperatures are going to be up. So I'm going to take advantage of that and harvest some produce. Well, these chilies supposed to be hot when they are green, but their flavor, I'm not talking about the hotness, but their flavor actually increases when they are fully ripe. I'm not talking about all the chilies in the world. I'm just pointing out the ones that I have in my garden. And I'm also gonna harvest whatever I lay my hands on. If I see eggplants, I'll harvest eggplants also. If I see bitter melons, I'll do that as well. Because once a storm hits, we're gonna lose some plants, and I don't want to lose produce to the weather. And they won't be eaten by any animals as well, no critters. You can't see a rat munching on this hot peppers. Imagine the gas they might produce after eating them, after eating this. And rats by nature are stinky. Add these to their food, man, you don't want to live there. You really don't want to live close to rats anymore. Well, on a different note, I was trying to understand geography. So I have these friends in US and also in other places, and I'm trying to learn their cities and what they are known for. So I was searching on YouTube as usual. If you want to learn something, you would always search on YouTube. Unlike good old days where you have to open a book and you'll not have any updated images and topography. Anyways, so I got this channel, Expedia. It's a traveling agency that we have in India, but I did not knew that they have a YouTube channel where they show all the beautiful tourist locations. I mean, obviously they should have, right? It's not like I traveled anywhere like a tourist before. I did travel to 2 different countries, stayed there for some time, one to Hong Kong on a business trip, and one to Philippines for a training purpose. But yeah, so Expedia. And I was searching for this Vancouver Island. Now I know when I say Vancouver, until I met a YouTube friend with a channel name Growing on Vancouver's Island. Until I met her, I thought Vancouver was a city. So when she said about island, then I had to search, I had to learn why is this place so beautiful, and how do they have mountains and ocean and in a mixture of climates. So Expedia showed me, as I learned so many things actually through that video. It's so beautiful. I mean, you have to travel from Vancouver city to Vancouver Island, and there are so many destinations that you could visit there if you are a tourist, especially if you are a green and a nature lover. or a trailer, or not trailer, somebody who goes on a trail, like a mountain trail, a hiker or somebody. I'm not sure what you call them, but yeah, those guys. Well, I'm not one of those guys, but when I was watching the video, I really wanted to go there. I felt like, man, I should see this place at least once in a lifetime. It's so beautiful. Of course, all the traveling agencies and their channels, they always sugarcoat the stuff, make them look good, Photoshop and other stuff and all. But minus all the stuff, it's still beautiful. And we can imagine just by looking at these pictures. Oh yeah, you're gonna have a wonderful time there. One day I should see Vancouver Island. I love mountains. We have a mountain here. I think I might have shown you somewhere there. They're not visible right now because of the fog. It's always foggy and mist or some kind of rains there. Always raining or something like that on the mountains. But yeah, I love mountains. I don't know whether I want to stay on mountains because elevation, does something to my head actually. I don't know whether it is temporary or I never lived in a mountainous place. Although when I was in Hong Kong, I did climb the peak called Victoria's Peak. It's one of the top standing point in Hong Kong where you can reach on the top and you can overlook that city and the village side as well. A wonderful experience, although I do not recall everything that I have seen, but yeah, that's one mountain that you can climb. When I say climb, not with the ropes and all. they have a trail for tourists, and also there is a car. I don't know what do you call that car that runs on ropes. These are all rare vocabulary for me. I don't use those words in my daily talk, so I don't remember when I talk about them. Yeah, so this car actually will take you up, all the way up, and from there you got to climb for some more meters up, where you will reach the tip of the Victoria Peak. And wonderful scenery. I remember taking pictures from there, but all you could see is the fog behind you. So if I show the picture and tell them, look at this place, one of the highest elevated spots in Hong Kong, but you can't prove it because it's all fog behind you. And this picture was taken when Photoshop was not invented. So back in 2002. Yeah, 1992 I was a baby actually. So yeah, such a wonderful place. And the feeling that you get in your ears, the pressure drop when you travel in the airlines, especially when you go to another country. I never felt that much pressure in the domestic airlines, like when I travel from city to city here. But when I travel to a different country like Singapore or Malaysia, all of the airlines that I've taken to fly out there and back, I had this pressure thingy. It closes your ears and you have to kind of gulp air or swallow air or something to release the pressure. They won't tell you that when you're flying for the first time. I'm glad I flew with my father because he has flown to many countries many times. So he told us, do this, and we did that. My mother and I. The cabin pressure, whatever pressure. Yeah. So I think that might be the permanent thingy when you are living in above sea level or somewhere on the mountains, and the air pressure is low or something like that. Oops, I kind of yanked it. I'm gonna put the seeds back to the ground. You're not gonna find them tomorrow because ants carry those seeds. They don't eat them, they just carry it. They love to mess with you, especially me. Yeah, like example, if I sow something there, the ants would carry somewhere far away and die, or just leave them there. And you'll be expecting like, hey, I sowed some seeds here, okay, so where are they, and you look over there a little far away, and you'll see some plants growing, and you think these are some, maybe these are weeds, better pull it off. But I know my ants, they're tricky bastards. So I learned that they actually move the seeds. So I wait before I go ahead and do some de-weeding or weeding it, removing weeds, whatever you want to call that term as, pulling out weeds. So then I found out, yeah, so these are the seeds, yeah, these are the plants that I was looking for, which was I planted somewhere there, but now they are here. Damn ant bastards. They work in this, I think they may have a U-Haul, an ant U-Haul, where you move the stuff for free just to mess with your human and laugh, I guess. I don't know what's the language, what kind of services they have in an ant colony to move seeds. I mean, if they take it back to their houses, I'm fine with that. I know that, okay, the ants stole my seeds, and I'm not gonna sow them again. I'm gonna sow them in a seed pods, then I transplant them later. I would do that, if they have taken the seeds, but they don't do that. They won't take it completely. They just leave it somewhere on the way, and have a good laugh about it. Hey, look at this guy. He has sown some seeds. Let's move them to a different location. Let's see him go crazy, searching for his beloved seeds and all. So the noise is behind me. Today is Sunday, right? People, they could have, they can actually spend their time with their families and at church or at temples or wherever they want to have a peaceful time, but rather just come here and yell at each other, swear words, and play cricket. It's a pure nonsense game if it is played by such people. Yeah, if they are professionals or somebody who's actually competing, you would really enjoy their the play. When they're playing, you could actually watch them play, because it's good. There is no yelling, and there is no miscalculation in the runs or score and all. Like, nobody would cheat and all. So it would be a fair play, and you would actually enjoy it watching them play. But this looks like a bunch of Neanderthals throwing rocks at each other and trying to hit it with a club, because they don't have any rules. I mean, they have rules, they just don't follow it. So man, this one looks a little whitish here. If it is fully green, then you might just leave it on the tree for some seeds for the next season. But I have plenty of seeds, so I'm not going to do that. I hope this is tender enough to eat, because the harder it becomes, then it will be like a rubber that you chew on, like Charlie Chaplin chewing on his leather shoes in one of his comedy movies. I don't remember the movie, but I remember the scene. And I learned a thing like, yeah, I know shoes are made out of leather, but not edible leather. Is there a thing called edible leather? I don't know. Maybe if you eat a fur or a hide of an animal, that's considered as edible leather. I really don't want to know. Anyways, I'm gonna pause this here at the dragon fruit, go inside, weigh them all together, because at the end of the day it just produce, and it's gonna make a wonderful curry, right? See you inside. Okay, I'm inside with the produce in a basket. I have this cover here. Let's put the produce inside this cover. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pour everything in that cover. Okay, then I'm going to weigh.